Government has decided to brazen it out. No resignations of its ministers coming in at the moment. Pawan Kumar Bansal is safe and so is Ashwini Kumar. The core group meeting has ended, after which INB Minister Manish Tiwari, they're speaking with the media, clearly laying out the facts that Pawan Kumar Bansal is not going to resign because investigations are on at the moment and nothing has been proven against him. He also says that the UPA government has never interfered in any investigations. Kartikeya Sharma, our deputy editor, is joining us with more details. Kartikeya, this decision of the Congress is certainly a brave one coming at this time when Parliament is still on.
This is what headlines today have been saying, that it will not be a stand-alone position of Pawan Kumar Bansal. It will also include the position of the Congress party on Ashwini Kumar. And this was the news which we broke, that the issue has been clubbed together. And now the government will have to take a call on both the cases, because one case has begun to affect the other. And the reason was that if one had gone, the other two had to tender his resignation. And probably by end of it, they decided that there is no point sacrificing both the ministers, and it is better to brazen it out rather than sacrifice them. And that is the reason why that Manish Tiwari not only chose to speak on Pawan Bansal, but suo moto spoke on Ashwini Kumar and said that whatever the government has to do, will do it in the court of law. Which means they have clubbed both the issues. And the story which headlines today broke on the first day, on Friday last week, that the senior minister said, to pressurize the Prime Minister, that the whole strategy of the BJP is to call for resignation of ministers has to be countered in a way which protects the electoral interests of the party. Now, keeping aside the merit of the case, Pawan Kumar Bansal, or the issue of inappropriateness, which the court will decide in case of Ashwini Kumar, in political domain, the call has been taken to fight it out with NDA Maha. And this is a paradigmatic shift, because from now on, whatever may be the future of the functioning of the parliament in this session, Maha, which you also cover with me, the Congress will brazen it out with them. Renuka Chaudhary has been asked to fly back. She's been asked to brief the press tomorrow and to defend in a way in which Congress Congress stands in a position of strength. This has been decided.
Kartikeya, I want to ask you one thing. There are two very important things that have happened in the evening. One, the exit polls showing that Congress is winning Karnataka. Secondly, the issue between China and India seems to have been resolved for the moment. How important were these two as far as any decision by the Congress, even with regards to its ministers, was concerned?
They are very happy that the two things have happened simultaneously, because China was a big embarrassment. Samajwadi Party was openly criticizing and speaking against the Congress government in Lok Sabha. Mulayam Singh Yadav not only met the Prime Minister, but a very worried Prime Minister had to call Shiv Shankar Menon. But then the kudos goes to National Security Advisor Shiv Shankar Menon, because he was the one who was briefing Prime Minister that there can be a different approach with China. So we are also going to witness in the parlance of foreign affairs that there has been a shift in which we are going to deal with China for a long time to come, because there has been a community, a political community in Parliament which was saying that we are too weak. Emaciated approach towards China is being demonstrated. That's one. But secondly, to defend Law Minister and to defend Railway Minister, it will continue to create controversies, because Law Minister's episode has a life of its own, which is judicial, and it will depend on the way CBI director speaks tomorrow, Maha. It will depend on the way the difference are cited in the status report and the one which went to him, and the order of the court. And to my knowledge and sources, Congress has decided that they will not take any decision based on obita dicta, which is the observation of the court, but they will take a firm decision on the order of the court. But now it is also a relief for Pawan Kumar Bansal as of now. But then there is one caveat: we must understand that the investigation is underway, and now on Pawan Bansal will survive, but then depends on the investigation. But I have also been given to believe that he also got support from none other than Rahul Gandhi.
Kartikeya, but the Congress is certainly going to be under pressure tomorrow in Parliament by not asking for resignations of its ministers. Is there a strategy in place to tackle the opposition offensive?
You see, the strategy will function at two levels. One, they have called a spokesperson. There might be a meeting of them. they will expect them to go out guns blazing. Secondly, Maha, as we have seen, you cover Parliament with me, it has not been functioning because BJP has drawn a line, electoral line. Sushma Swaraj said, we will not cooperate with the government on any issue. There cannot be any point of contact. So anyway, the Parliament is not functioning. So the strategy of the government would be not to ensure the Parliament function because they know that it's not going to function. It would be to filter every public fora, social media discourse, television channels, studios and newspapers with their point of view. I think that's where the focus is going to be because ultimately if they don't get to speak in Parliament, then they will have to go to mass media or social media.
All right, let's quickly tell our viewers what's been happening over the past couple of hours. Kartikeya Sharma has been getting us all the details of what has transpired at the core group meeting, really, of the government over there that lasted for over 2.5 hours. Now, after that meeting, it's been decided that neither Pawan Kumar Bansal nor Ashwini Kumar are going to go and the government is going to brazen it out. Kartikeya Sharma is still with us. Kartikeya, while Ashwini Kumar's case will take its own life, what about Pawan Bansal? Why is the government deciding to stick with him for the moment?
Maha, as we both discussed with each other a couple of hours back, that the case of Ashwini Kumar was nearly settled. The Congress had decided it depends on the mood of the court, the pen of the judge, and the order which he signed. Now, the case of Pawan Kumar Bansal was an open and shut case of a nephew taking bribe. But Mr. Bansal's case differs from Ashwini Kumar.
Right.
You also cover Congress. Ashwini does not have a lot of friends within the organization.
All right.
But Mr. Bansal is a youth Congress chap. So he got a lot of support organizationally.
Kartikeya, can I hold you for a bit because we have with us on the phone line BJP leader Mr. Kirut Somaiya. Mr. Somaiya, how is the opposition now going to deal with a situation like this? The government has decided that Pawan Bansal is not going to go.
Actually, the country is not surprised because what is expected from the Congress is the same. Since beginning, whether it is a 2G scam or the old scam or CWG scam, the Congress has consistently not only defending but even supporting and promoting the minister. The whole government is a scamster. And that's why we are not at all surprised. It was such an open case. On one side, the nephew is collecting the bribe on behalf of the minister. On the another side, the brother son, sister son, his own son, Bansal are partners, business partners, jointly running the commercial organization with the permission of Pawan Bansal. But of course, we are not going to stop here. We are going to raise this issue in the Parliament. I am going to approach CBI and all the authorities to submit all the documentary evidences. You will see that Pawan Bansal is not only out, that should be held and inquiry must be held on this corruption issue, driving case of Railway Board.
Mr. Kirut Somaiya, if you can take us through the evidence that you have in the form of documents, what do they say about Pawan Kumar Bansal?
Actually, the documents available, the first installment, which I have released today, which categorically clearly states that Pawan Bansal's sister son, brother son, his own son are running joint venture business partners. Address given is of Pawan Bansal, his own house. Pawan Bansal has given consent to use these addresses. The second part, I have also released a document of a company where money laundering has taken place. Some unknown person has bought share of Asad Benami company at 1,000 rupees per share, passing the kickback to this Singla. So, I am going to release further more documents of this non-transparent transaction. So, this is a clear-cut case. This is a Bansal Mahaparivar, his family is jointly running the business of both white and black.
All right.
That is the commercial and corruption.
So Kirit Somaiya, they're saying that it's only the first batch of documents that has been released by him, and he has more evidence of Pawan Bansal not being absolutely clean. He's going to share those documents with the agencies, is what we understand at the moment. Mr. Kirit Somaiya, many thanks for joining us here on Headlines today. But the government has clearly decided to brazen it out, and Left leader D. Raja is also with us on the phone line. Mr. Raja, do you see the fallouts of this decision of the government not to ask Pawan Bansal or Ashwini Kumar to resign tomorrow in Parliament?
Tomorrow in the Parliament, these issues will be raised. Opposition parties have all the reasons to question the government, to question the moral responsibility of the government. It is not the question of individual whether he was personally involved or not. But such a scam took place in his railway ministry, and the person who is alleged is very close relative of the minister. All circumstances demand that minister should own up moral responsibility. If that happens, his position becomes extremely untenable. After all, we will have to uphold certain ethics in the public life, probity in the public life. That is what the opposition parties are expecting from the government.
Mr. D. Raja, request you to stay on with us. We also have with us on the other phone line Meenakshi Lekhi of the BJP. Ms. Lekhi, how is your party going to take up this issue now? Pawan Bansal has not been made to resign from the government.
There is a pattern to corruption and cover-up of corruption in Congress party by not only controlling CBI but the brazenness with which they stay. And this is whether it's a matter of Mr. Shashi Tharoor, who on the floor of the House announced he had nothing to do with the lady and subsequently married her and was retained back into the post. And whether it's several other examples, it can just go on. They have been running the functioning of government as a private business running from the homes in Lutyens zone bungalows, where sometimes the wives are there, sometimes the son-in-laws are working, sometimes the nephews are working or the sons are working. That is the brazenness which this government is speaking. And Mr. Tiwari has said nothing new. In the sense, I just hope that he had remembered these principles when he sought removal of Mr. Nitin Gadkari, who was under a probe by this very government and a hostile government, where it was a question of Mr. Yadurappa. It was again a perception. Till date, nothing has been found. If there was a report found, it was against Mr. S.M. Krishna and Dharam Singh. Whether it was a case of Mr. Amit Shah, who was the then Home Minister and was made to resign from the post and leave the state of Gujarat. What has happened to these people? Where CBI is working under them and they choose to retain the position. So it's a corrupt government and brazen government and height of shamelessness which is causing rancor in the minds of people.